As we meet more and more online, using a digital calendar has become increasingly important. I know that I would be lost without mine. Using Google Calendar helps you to keep track of your meetings, lessons, reminders, and more. It can really help you to stay on top of what you need to do. The great thing about using Google Calendar is you're not tied to creating meetings in a browser. If you need to set up a quick meeting while on the move, simply open the Google Calendar app from your mobile device and add in the details that you need. Before we get started with learning how to use Google Calendar on our mobiles, let's start by opening Chrome and orientating ourselves around the space. From Google Chrome, click on your waffle and open Google Calendar. This is Google Calendar's interface. On the left-hand side, you will see the hamburger, our main menu icon. When you click on it, the left-hand side panel will open and close. As we continue to navigate along the top bar, you will notice our navigation arrows. These arrows will switch between the current view that you are looking at. You can change this view in a few ways. Using the D on your keyboard will change your view to day view. M will change it to month view. Y will change it to year view. A will change it to your agenda. And W will change it back to week view. Alternatively, you can use the Samusa drop-down arrow to change the views here as well. From this menu, you have the option to choose whether or not you want weekends to be visible on your calendar. Notice the waffle to the right of this. When you click on it, your app launcher will open. Here, you can open any of the other Google tools you have access to. This is our settings gear. We will explore the settings in greater detail in our video about settings in Google Calendar. Google has integrated their support features directly into their products. Using this little question mark will give you access to these features. Here you can find Google Help, which will pull up articles around certain topics. The training option will take you to the G Suite Learning Center, where you'll find a number of Google's help guides on using Google Calendar. If you are looking to see what updates Google has released for Calendar, you can use the Updates option from this menu as well. All the updates will be shown and you can read about them in a bit more detail. If you would like to send Google feedback on their products, simply select the Send Feedback option. A screenshot will be taken of your screen, which you can choose to include or not. Add in the message you would like to send to Google and select Send. Google uses your feedback to continue to improve on their products. Be sure to send them any ideas you may have. Google has integrated their search tools into Google Calendar. When you click on the search tool icon, a little Samusa will appear. Here you can search for events in specific calendars, certain event names, participants from meetings, locations, and even date ranges. For example, if I search for my colleague Abel, any events that he has been included in will appear in my search results. You can access the event details by clicking on the search results that appear. When you are done, use the back arrow to exit this preview. Let's shift our focus to the left-hand side. On the side panel, we have our Create button. We will explore this Create button in more detail in creating events and meetings in Google Calendar. Below this button is our month preview. Here, you can use the navigation arrows to switch between the different months. If you select a specific date, your calendar preview will change to that date range. When you have found what you are looking for, simply click on the little Today button that appears at the top, and you will be taken back to the current day. Below this month preview is a section titled Meet With. From here, you can type in a colleague's name, and depending on the settings within the admin console and sharing permissions that may have been set on individual calendars, you may be able to see your colleagues' calendars. Here you can see that I have typed in my colleague Katie's email address. Notice how her calendar has appeared for me to view. I can now see if she's available for a meeting or not. Just below this is a section with your calendars. Your own calendar will appear here as well as any calendars that you may have specific access to. These little checkboxes allow you to switch these calendars on and off at any time. Here you will find your reminders and Google Tasks as well. Notice when I hover over a calendar, 3 dots appear. From these 3 dots, you can choose to change your calendar color. If you are looking for a specific color, simply click on the little plus icon, add in the hex code, and that color will be added to your calendar palette. We will explore the Other Calendars section in the video, browse and subscribe to other calendars in Google Calendar. We hope that you find Google Calendar helps you to manage your meetings more effectively. Now that you've seen the basic layout of Calendar and you feel a bit more comfortable with what the interface looks like, let's go to the next step, which will be setting up your meetings and inviting people to join.